Hey everyone, it's Amanda with Americana Gardens, and today I am inside. I'm going to be showcasing some of my houseplants that I have that give off like a fall vibe, or even slash soft core goth girl kind of vibe. I'm definitely going for more like the fall vibes with kind of like how the foliage is outside with like the oranges, the reds, the deep maroons and stuff like that. So I have at least 10 plants that I want to show you guys. And by the way, all the plants I have you could essentially get at like a local big box store or a local nursery. They're nothing crazy expensive, they're very affordable to the general mass anyway. So let's go through some of my fall vibe houseplants. Alright, I at least have 10 of them, but this one right here, this is one of my favorite plants. It is the Alocasia Ninja. Wow. I mean, wow, right? Look at that dark green and that very mint-like veining. And the texture of this plant is like almost like a leather, like a velvet leather. It's very tough, but it's like velvety. Beautiful plant. And underneath you have like this maroon with the green veining. So I'm not putting this video in any particular order, but this plant has a special spot in my heart and in my collection. Okay, so since I was talking about the ninja, I'm just going to mention a plant right over here. It is called Black Velvet. It looks very similar, but the ninja is definitely more like a darker green. And also I noticed that the stems on the black velvet tend to be a little floopy, if you will. Like, see that? That's not good. But in the ninja, they're very like stocky and sturdy. Yeah, like I don't have any like flopping issues. Alright, so keeping in line with like the dark foliage theme, I mean, how can I not mention the ZZ Raven, right? I mean, the dark foliage on the, and also the foliage is just unique in itself, right? Like the shape of the foliage itself, you really don't get out a lot of houseplants that has like on these stems, and then you have like the little leaves. It's very cute, and it's very thick too. It's almost succulent type. But the newer growth has like more of like green to it. You can see right there. And they're very shiny. The leaves are shiny. I mean, I could dust them more and like, but they're like naturally shiny. So, but when the ZZ Raven plant, when new growth comes in, it has like a green to it. And then when it's more mature and hardened off, it's like almost like a jet black. Move right on over here. Oh, I absolutely adore ferns. The structures, the delicacy, the like nostalgia it kind of brings. When I think of ferns, I think of like being in the forest with fairies, like fairy tales and stuff like that. So I know it may seem corny, but am I the only one? Please tell me I'm not the only one. Anyway, this is a really special fern and has like 3 different colorings to it. It has the greens. You have like a dark green, then you have like a lighter green depending on the exposure to light. And then you also have like some of these like reds and maroons. They're kind of like a fall color, right? Like that just screams fall to me. Also, I don't think it has any right now, but sometimes they'll actually have like a blue, almost like an opal color to it. But yeah, this got like a lot of sun exposure when I was at the store. So it turned like a lot of these different colors, and some of them got a little bit too much. But I'm gonna nurse it back to health, hopefully. But yeah, this is like, yeah, I got like some things like that I could cut off. But anyway, it is a beautiful plant. Beautiful plant. Oh, and if anybody was at my, or saw my last video, well, 2 videos ago, shopping at the Home Depot, I saw these orchids, and actually I made a short about them too. These orchids are artificially dyed. They usually inject food coloring into the stem, and then, you know, as it blooms, the coloring goes to the blooms and comes out with like this purple and blue color. But I mean, I had to pick this up because that just screams fall to me. I absolutely adore this plant. Oh, is that a screenshot or like a thumbnail? It might be. It might be. Okay. The last one that's actually over on my cabinet area is what they call a philodendron Macaulay's finale. Okay, and look again with that fall color with like the orange new growth. That's pretty. This is what it looks like right now in my care. It's still a baby, but it has like the rhubarb stems, the green leaves, but the new leaves have that like orange hue to them. Very fall vibes. Love it, love it. And down over here we have this a red maranta. Now again, a lot of these plants you will be able to find in your own big box store. They're nothing like terribly expensive or fancy. But if you want to add like some decor to your home for the holidays, these kind of plants give off that vibe. I mean, look at this. Is definitely, look at that dark green, and then you have the red veining. Whoa. And then the burgundy underside. The new growth kind of just like almost reflects the top, but the hardened off growth has that burgundy underneath it. That's a beautiful maranta. Beautiful. And here hanging in my window I have a philodendron micans. Now it has that red to it. It just reminds me of like the red foliage outside during this time of year. And I mean, when the sun is coming in, it's nighttime now, but when the sun comes in through the window, this just glows. Like, it is a stunning, stunning plant. Yeah, look at all those colors in there. That's a fall plant. Again, that's a philodendron micans. Okay, so moving over to my, what I call the half moon table, I have a few plants I'm going to show you. The most obvious one is right here. Whew. This is another proven winners plant. It's called Calathea. This is what it's called, Calathea rufibarbra, if I'm pronouncing that correct. Yeah, Leaf Joy, proven winners houseplant line. This is available at Home Depot. There might be some other stores that it's available at too. Put it in the comments if there are other stores that you know of that carry it. But in my area, it's only the Home Depot as of now. But this plant, I mean, I love the size of it. It's definitely, I gotta back up more. It's definitely like the centerpiece plant. I know, ooh, yeah, that's better. That's better. That way it's not up against the window. It kind of like disappears when it's, you know, dark outside. But anyway, I want to show you some really cool characteristics of this plant. Okay, you could see the underside has that red foliage, kind of like the maranta, right? But if you look at the stems here, ooh, do you see like the fuzziness, like the hairs coming off of it? They're so soft. I love touching this plant. Does anybody have a plant that they just love to touch? Because this is mine. And the undersides are so fuzzy, and the top has that bright green, and it has like this beautiful sheen to it. Like no other plant that I seen has that. It's beautiful. But yeah, that's the calathea. Beautiful, beautiful plant, and I love touching it. Yeah, so just moving right down below here, this is another alocasia. I love my alocasias. If you haven't noticed, especially like the dark ones. This right here is actually the dragon scale. So it's really dark. It is really dark. Actually, one of the viewers, I was doing like a video in the Home Depot, and she's like, I would have came back and gotten that one. That is so beautiful. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Like, you're right. I should have grabbed that. But yeah, this is kind of like what I would more expect to see, like more greening with the dark veining. But like a lot of them are just black like that. Like the deepest of dark green. So, and I mean, it's beautiful with the veining. Very goth vibes, yeah? I think so. But yeah, I just got this one. Oh, and the undersides. I don't want to damage it, but let me just show you guys the undersides. Okay, there we go. That it's like a dark maroon veining with a light green leaf, and it's tough. It is tough, but that's a cool plant. Very goth vibes. Apparently it's going to look like this. So awesome, cool plant. And one of the last plants that I want to show you for like the autumn themed house plants, this is actually a caladium. Believe it or not, these actually grow inside here. I watch Sean from Only Plants, and it's interesting. Like he did a show where people, he's in Southeast Asia, and he interviews a lot of people from that area, and they have caladiums. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that's not prized here because it's so common, and especially in my area, it's treated as an annual. But, I mean, why waste the money on an annual? You know, bring it inside. And that's pretty, right? Like, that's very autumn vibes right there. So, yeah, I have a caladium. I have another caladium, too, but it's more like pinky. So, it's not going with the theme of this video. Okay, and my last one that I'm going to talk about, you cannot mention like goth type of or spooky plants without mentioning some type of carnivorous plant. This is a pitcher plant. These are all new ones. Look, this one didn't even open up yet. Yeah, that one didn't even open up yet. But they're really cool. Flies or other insects will go down into the pitcher here, and then we'll close the top, and it will essentially eat the bug. And I have yet to like actually see it in action, but I think it would be really cool one day to see that. Yeah, so all of these, look, I'm gonna have more coming out. There's like a stem coming off of each leaf. Ooh, that's gonna be cool. Alright, actually this is the last one right here. And I apologize if there's a little bit of a glare. This is actually in my cabinet here. It is a Begonia Rex. I'm going to put the exact name on the screen. But look at, I mean, that just says like fall, spooky vibe type of plant. With that dark veining. And okay, yeah, I had to take the plant out of the cabinet because it wasn't like focusing very well. But doesn't that just like scream Halloween, spooky, goth vibes? Look at that leaf. And then the stem is kind of interesting. It has like almost like a red polka dots on like a cream colored stem. So, but yeah, ooh, that's a beauty. That's a beauty right there. Alright, well, thank you for watching, and yeah, these were just like the top 10, plus I think I did like an extra one or two house plants that I have that kind of give off that fall vibe and spooky or goth girl kind of vibe, and they're beautiful and they're very easily accessible and somewhat easy to take care of for the most part. So anyway, if you like to see more, I do indoor house plants, and I also have outdoor gardening, and I do plant shopping and all that jazz, and travel around to different gardens and showcase those as well. Hit subscribe if you want to check out more, and leave a like if you liked it, and till next time, bye.